So this is Chris and Rose's beautiful homestead, where the magic truly happens. They've cultivated over 25 varieties of crops and foods, deeply integrating permaculture's principles and ethos into everyday part of their lifestyle. I've recently spent 8 days volunteering here in May 2025, and this is a glimpse into that experience. We start with the greenhouse. There are few greenhouses across the property. This is where seeds are germinated. You'll even spot recycled toilet rolls, glass containers being reused as plant starters. They also use this greenhouse to grow certain type of plants throughout the year by maintaining the temperature, which mostly includes tomatoes, courgettes, grapes and chilies. You can see the salvaged shopping carts are repurposed to store firewood for winter, sourced from their own woodland and recycled from the industrial estate west. Water conservation is equally impressive. They've created a full rainwater harvesting and grey water recycling system. It includes a surge tank that collects used water from the bath, washing machine and vegetable sink. This system supplies water to polytunnels, tipping ponds, and a series of vegetable beds made from reclaimed turf, soil, chicken manure, and salvaged roofing tiles used as edging. The chickens roam freely in sections of the farm. The coop sits next to the composting area where vegetable scraps, leafy greens, and chicken manure are stored for a year. Cardboard separates the composting layers, and the mature compost is then used to enrich the planting beds. Interestingly, leftover vegetables come from the local grocery stores Chris has partnered with. Waste that would otherwise be thrown away is instead recycled or fed to the chickens. The resulting manure is composted, closing the loop. You'll even spot a bee in action, nature's tiny yet mighty contributor. The crops are protected with nets, guarding against pests like squirrels, pigeons, and mice, the most common threat to their produce. In another area, you'll find polytunnels filled with tomatoes, grapevines, strung and potted for support. These tunnels are essential during the winter months. Another rainwater tank sits further along, part of their automated watering system. Raspberries grow here, and many of the fruiting plants are caged for bird protection. There are also sunflower plants growing in recycled plastic bottles, as you can see. The beans on the plants are looking lovely. There are several polytunnels built with cages and wet cardboard for moisture retention. Hi, baby. Hello. In a patch near the house, strawberries are growing, again protected from squirrels. This is greenhouse number 2, located right beside their house with solar panels installed on the roof to generate their own electricity. Their sustainable approach extends to energy use as well. These panels includes a 1.6 kilowatt PV system and a 4 kilowatt system on their workshop, power much of the property. A battery bank stores excess solar energy, some of it repurposed from their own Citron electric car batteries, offering partial grid independence. Inside the greenhouse, grapevines and tomatoes grows, supported by trellises I helped put up during my stay. To extend the growing season, they've built a wood fire rocket stove inside using salvaged materials, of course. The heating system is ingenious. A reclaimed oxygen cylinder is used to create warmth with heat flowing through brick lined planting beds. The firewood used here and for their central heating stove and cooking range comes from two sources: an 8-acre woodland they now own and actively coppice, and a nearby industrial estate where Westwood is in ample supply. The stove also heats the house efficiently, reducing their reliance on external fuels. Out front is their electric car, now a Nissan Leaf, replacing their old Citroen C1 EV. There's even a special corner where they make yeast and dry leftover bread to use as chicken feed. Also, a fun fact: when the Citron's battery were changed, the old set was repurposed to store solar energy at home. It's a brilliant use of second life batteries, which can still last up to 10 years in home storage. Food preservation is done in a salvage glass containers, ideal for storing winter produce and selling honeys. Jars of dried fruits, jams, and spices, all homegrown, line the shelves in the kitchen. The wood fire stove that Chris imported from abroad. Flue of the stove spreads across the house to keep the house warm. And finally, here's Chris, a true legend whose passion has inspired hundreds to embrace permaculture and make conscious, effective use of local energy and resources, creating a powerful positive impact on their carbon footprint.